Welcome back to Throttle Tribe. 2026 is going to be insane for Japanese motorcycles. We're talking new technology, returning legends, and bikes that are going to absolutely dominate the roads. But here's the question: which Japanese motorcycles are actually worth your money in 2026? I'm breaking down the 7 Japanese motorcycles of 2026 that will change the game. From adventure beasts to sport bike legends making comebacks, these are the bikes that experienced riders need to know about. We've got Suzuki bringing back icons, Kawasaki dropping retro fire, Honda revolutionizing clutch technology, and Yamaha pushing hybrid innovation. These aren't concept bikes. These are production models hitting dealerships in 2026. Stick around until number 1, because it's a bike that's going to shock the entire motorcycle industry. Let's get into it. And hey, drop a comment right now with which Japanese brand you think will dominate 2026. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda, or Yamaha. Let's see who's got the most loyal fans. Coming in at number 7, Suzuki GSX-8T. Suzuki's all-new sport touring middleweight that's about to shake up the adventure touring category. Here's why this bike matters. Suzuki is taking their proven GSX-8S platform and transforming it into a legitimate sport tour that can handle everything from daily commutes to cross-country adventures. This is Suzuki saying, we're back in the touring game, and we're doing it right. The GSX-8T is powered by Suzuki's 776cc parallel twin engine producing 83 horsepower and 57 lb-ft of torque. That might not sound like superbike numbers, but here's the genius. This engine is tuned for low-end and mid-range torque, which is exactly what you want for touring and real-world riding. Suzuki equipped this thing with full fairing with adjustable windscreen for highway comfort, panniers, and top case mounting points built into the design. Suzuki Intelligent Ride System, yes, ERS, with multiple riding modes, traction control and ABS as standard, LED lighting all around, TFT display with smartphone connectivity, comfortable upright ergonomics perfect for all-day riding. Seat height is 32.5 inches, curb weight around 470 pounds, fully fueled. Fuel tank is 4.2 gallons, giving you serious range between fill-ups. Price and value: expected MSRP is around $10,500, $11,500, which puts it right in the sweet spot for riders who want sport touring capability without the premium price tag of bikes like the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT or Kawasaki Versys 1000. Why experienced riders will love it. For riders in their 50s and 60s who want a bike that can do weekend trips, daily rides, and the occasional spirited run through the canyons, the GSX-8T is going to be a home run. It's comfortable, capable, and priced right. But if you want more power and a legendary name returning to the lineup, wait until you see number 6. Number 6. Suzuki GSX-R600 is a bike that's going to make sport bike fans lose their minds. The Suzuki GSX-R600 is back for 2026. Why it dominates: Suzuki discontinued the GSX-R600 after 2023 due to emissions regulations, and the sport bike community went into mourning. But Suzuki listened, and they're bringing it back for 2026 with updates to meet modern emission standards while keeping that screaming inline-4 character we all love. This is huge because the 600cc supersport category has been dying. Yamaha killed the R6, Honda's CBR1000RR is track-only in the US, and Kawasaki ZX6R is getting long in the tooth. Suzuki is bringing back a legend. The 2026 GSX R600 features Suzuki's legendary 5999cc inline-4 engine. While exact horsepower numbers haven't been officially released, expect around 120-125 HP at the crank, plenty for experienced riders who know how to use it. What's new for 2026? Updated engine mapping to meet Euro 5+ emissions. Suzuki Intelligent Ride System, SIRS, with riding modes, IMU-based traction control, and ABS quick shifter, up and down. Full LED lighting, updated TFT display, revised aerodynamics for better high-speed stability, lighter weight, expected around 410-415 lbs wet. The chassis is based on the proven GSX-R platform with fully adjustable suspension, radial mount Brembo brakes, and that razor-sharp handling Suzuki is famous for. Expected pricing is around $12,500, $13,500, which is competitive with what the R6 and CBR1000RR used to cost. For riders who grew up on 600cc supersports and want that high-revving inline-4 experience, this is a dream come true. Why experienced riders will love it. Here's the thing: 600cc supersports aren't beginner bikes. These are precision instruments for experienced riders who understand throttle control, body positioning, and how to use that 14,000 plus RPM red line. If you're in your 50s or 60s and you cut your teeth on 600s back in the day, the GSX-R600's return is going to hit you right in the nostalgia. But if you want a bike that's more practical for everyday riding while still delivering that sport bike thrill, number 5 is calling your name. At number 5, the all-new Kawasaki Z650S. Kawasaki's answer to riders who want Z650 performance with sport bike styling. Why it dominates. Kawasaki looked at the success of the Z650 naked bike and said, what if we gave it a fairing and made it a sport bike? The result is the Z650S, which takes the proven Z650 platform and transforms it into a lightweight, affordable sport bike that's perfect for experienced riders who don't need 200 horsepower to have fun. The Z650S is powered by Kawasaki's 649cc parallel twin engine, producing 67 horsepower and 47 lb-ft of torque. That's the same engine from the Z650 and Ninja 650, which means it's proven, reliable, and has that sweet mid-range torque that makes street riding a blast. What makes the Z650S special? Full sport fairing with aggressive styling, clip-on handlebars for that sport bike riding position, dual 300mm front discs with dual piston calipers, ABS as standard assist and slipper clutch for smooth downshifts, LED lighting, all-around digital display, lightweight trellis frame, curb weight around 410 lbs, seat height is 31.5 inches, making it accessible for a wide range of riders. Fuel tank is 4 gallons, giving you around 180,200 miles of range. Price and value. Expected MSRP is $8,500, $9,000, which is incredible value for a sport bike with this level of performance and features. Compare that to the Yamaha R7 at $9,500 or the Ninja 400 at $5,500. The Z650S slots perfectly in the middle, with more power than the 400 and better value than the R7. Why experienced riders will love it. For riders who want a sport bike that's comfortable enough for daily riding, light enough for canyon carving, and affordable enough that you won't cry if you drop it in the garage, the Z650S is perfect. It's not trying to be a superbike, it's trying to be fun, and that's exactly what experienced riders want. But if you want retro style with modern performance, number 4 is going to blow your mind. Number 4 is pure retro fire. The Kawasaki Z400RS, Kawasaki's retro modern masterpiece in the lightweight category. Why it dominates. Kawasaki has been killing it with their retro bikes. The Z900RS is a modern classic, and now they're bringing that same retro modern philosophy to the lightweight 400cc category. This is a bike that looks like it rolled out of the 1970s, but rides like a 2026 motorcycle should. The Z400RS is powered by Kawasaki's 399cc parallel twin engine, producing around 45 horsepower and 28 lb-ft of torque. That's the same engine from the Ninja 400 and Z400, which means it's proven, reliable, and surprisingly peppy for a small displacement bike. But here's what makes the Z400RS special. Retro styling inspired by the legendary Z1 from the 1970s. Round LED headlight with classic design, teardrop fuel tank with knee indents. Upright ergonomics with wide handlebars. Twin shock rear suspension for that classic look. Spoke wheels or optional cast wheels. Analog tachometer with digital speedo for retro modern vibe. ABS as standard assist and slipper clutch. Lightweight at around 365 lbs. Wet seat height is 31.1 inches, making it accessible for shorter riders. Fuel tank is 3.7 gallons. Price and value. Expected MSRP is $6,500, $7,000, which positions it as an affordable retro option that won't break the bank. Compare that to the Yamaha XSR700 at $9,000 or the Triumph Street Twin at $10,000. The Z400RS delivers retro style at a price that makes sense. Why seniors riders will love it. Here's the beauty of the Z400RS. It's a bike that experienced riders can enjoy without feeling like they're compromising on style or fun. You don't need 150 horsepower to have a great ride. Sometimes 45 HP in a 365-pound package with retro style is exactly what you want. Coming in at number 3, we've got a bike that brings back one of the most legendary names in motorcycling. Honda CB750 Hornet. Honda's modern interpretation interpretation of the bike that changed motorcycling forever. Why it dominates. The original CB750 from 1969 revolutionized the industry with its inline-4 engine and disc brake. Now, 57 years later, Honda is bringing back the Hornet name with a middleweight naked bike that's designed to dominate urban streets and back roads. This isn't just nostalgia. This is Honda proving they can build a bike that experienced riders actually want to ride every single day. The CB750 Hornet is powered by a 7555C parallel twin engine producing 92 horsepower and 55 lb-ft of torque. That's serious power in a lightweight package that weighs just 417 pounds wet. Honda loaded this thing with technology. Showa 41 inverted fork with full adjustability, Pro-Link rear suspension with preload and rebound adjustment, radial mount 4-piston Nissan calipers with dual 296 discs up front, 5-axis IMU controlling cornering ABS and traction control, 4 riding modes, sport, standard, rain, and user customizable, quick shifter for clutchless upshifts and downshifts, 5-inch TFT display with smartphone connectivity via Honda Road Sync, LED lighting throughout with distinctive Hornet styling, USB-C charging port built into the cockpit, seat height is 31.9 inches, making it accessible for most riders. Fuel capacity is 4 gallons, giving you around 180-200 miles between fill-ups. Price and value. Expected MSRP is $9,500, $10,500, which positions it perfectly against the Yamaha MT-07 and Triumph Trident 660. But here's the difference. The Hornet comes with more power, better suspension, and Honda's legendary reliability and build quality. Why experienced riders will love it. For riders in their 50s and 60s who remember when the CB750 was the bike to have, this modern Hornet delivers that same spirit with 2026 technology. It's comfortable for all-day riding, powerful enough to put a smile on your face every time you twist the throttle, and light enough that you can flick it through corners like a bike half its size. This is Honda saying, we remember what made motorcycles fun, and we're bringing it back. But if you want cutting-edge technology and flagship performance, number 2 is where things get serious. At number 2, we're talking about pure, unfiltered superbike performance. The 2026 Honda CBR1000RR-R Fireblade SP, Honda's flagship superbike that represents the absolute pinnacle of Japanese sport bike engineering. Why it dominates. This is the bike that proves Japanese manufacturers can still build world-class superbikes that compete with anything from Europe. The Fireblade SP isn't just fast, it's a technological masterpiece that brings MotoGP-derived technology to the street. For 2026, Honda has refined everything that made the previous generation great and added updates that make it even more lethal on both street and track. The Fireblade SP is powered by a 999cc inline-4 engine, producing 217 horsepower at 14,500 RPM and 83 lb-ft of torque at 12,500 RPM. Yes, you heard that right. 217 horsepower in a bike that weighs just 445 pounds wet. That's a power-to-weight ratio that rivals dedicated race bikes. But the engine is just the beginning. The 2026 updates include Öhlins NPX2530 semi-active electronic suspension front and rear that adjusts in real-time Brembo-style 4-piston monoblock calipers with 330 discs, aerodynamic winglets that generate 35 pounds of downforce at 186 mph, 6-axis IMU controlling 9-level traction control, wheelie control, engine brake control, and cornering ABS5 riding modes plus 2 user customizable modes, quick shifter with auto blipper for seamless shifts, full-color TFT display with Honda smartphone voice control, titanium fuel tank to centralize mass ride-by-wire throttle with 3 power delivery settings, launch control for perfect starts, new for 2026, updated engine mapping for smoother low RPM response, revised aerodynamics for better stability at speed, lighter wheels saving 1.2 pounds of unsprung weight, updated electronics interface that's more intuitive. Price and value. The Fireblade SP will retail for around $28,500, $29,500, which puts it at the top of the Japanese superbike category. That's serious money, but you're getting Öhlins electronic suspension, Brembo style brakes, and 217 horsepower. Compare that to the Yamaha R1M at $26,000 or the Kawasaki ZX-10R SE at $27,500. The Fireblade SP delivers more technology and more refinement. Why experienced riders will love it? Here's the reality. This bike isn't for everyone, but for experienced riders who've spent decades honing their skills and want the absolute best Japanese superbike money can buy, the Fireblade SP is it. This is a bike that rewards precision, punishes mistakes, and delivers an experience that's as close to a MotoGP bike as you can get on the street. If you're in your 50s or 60s and you've been riding superbikes your entire life, the Fireblade SP is the ultimate expression of everything you love about high-performance motorcycles. But number one is going to change everything we know about motorcycles. This is the bike that's going to shock the industry. And the number one Japanese motorcycle that will dominate 2026 is something we've never seen before from a Japanese manufacturer. The Yamaha Hybrid Prototype, the world's first plug-in hybrid electric motorcycle from a major manufacturer. Why it dominates. This is it. This is the bike I told you about in the intro that's going to shock the entire motorcycle industry. Yamaha just unveiled this at EICMA 2025, and it represents the biggest shift in motorcycle technology since fuel injection replaced carburetors. Here's why this matters. While other manufacturers are going full electric and dealing with range anxiety, charging infrastructure problems, and rider resistance, Yamaha took a different approach. They combined a traditional combustion engine with an electric motor to create a hybrid system that gives you the best of both worlds: instant electric torque, extended range, and the option to ride on gas when you need it. The Yamaha Hybrid Prototype combines a 270cc single-cylinder engine with a 5.8 kilowatt battery pack and electric motor. The system produces a combined 41 horsepower, which might not sound like much until you understand the torque delivery. The electric motor provides instant torque from 0 RPM, while the gas engine kicks in seamlessly to extend range and provide sustained power. Total range is estimated at 250 plus miles combined, electric plus gas, with 50-60 miles of pure electric range. Here's what makes this revolutionary: 3 riding modes: full electric, hybrid, automatic switching, and gas-only regenerative braking that recharges the battery during deceleration level 2 charging that fully charges in 3 to 4 hours from a standard outlet, lightweight at 375 pounds. Despite the battery pack TFT display showing power flow, battery status, and range, Yamaha's smart key system for keyless operation, adjustable suspension front and rear ABS, as standard LED lighting throughout. The genius is in the packaging. Yamaha designed the battery pack to sit low in the frame, maintaining a low center of gravity and keeping the bike feeling nimble, despite the added weight. Price and value. Yamaha hasn't announced official pricing yet, but industry insiders expect the hybrid prototype to retail around $12,000 to $14,000 when it hits production in late 2026. That's more expensive than a traditional 300cc bike, but you're getting dual power capability, lower operating costs, and technology that's years ahead of the competition. Why seniors riders will love it. Here's why this bike is number one. It solves the problems that have kept experienced riders away from electric motorcycles. For riders in their 50s and 60s who care about the environment but aren't ready to give up the traditional motorcycle experience, this is the perfect bridge technology. You get to reduce your carbon footprint without sacrificing the range, convenience, or riding experience you're used to. So, there you have it, the 7 Japanese motorcycles of 2026 that will absolutely dominate the roads, from the Suzuki GSX-8T Sport Tourer at number 7, to the legendary GSX-R600 making its comeback at number 6, the Kawasaki Z650S at 5, the retro Z400RS at 4, the Honda CB750 Hornet at 3, the insane CBR1000RR-R Fireblade SP at 2, and the game-changing Yamaha Hybrid Prototype at number 1. Did we miss one that deserves a spot? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more motorcycle content. And as always, ride safe. See you in the next one.